Do you guys recognize this curl? That is the frog curl. That is when you've stitched a bunch and have to rip it out because you miscounted. I am very unhappy right now. Oh, and you can like see where I had to rip it out over there. Hello. It is 7 a.m. on, I don't even know what today is. I think it's Thursday, which would make it the 7th of May, maybe. Maybe it's the 8th. I think it's the 8th. So I'm talking kind of low because my sister-in-law is asleep in the other room, and there is no pictures on the wall in this house, no rugs on the floor, so everything just echoes. It is Flosstube number something, 7, maybe. I don't even know. I don't know. The title will have it. You'll know what it is. I was working on Reflections of Germany by Ink Circles, and I put in probably, I don't know, half hour, and I got to the top of that little spot and realized I was looking in the wrong part of the chart, and so I was counting from the wrong spot. So, oh, there it is. So all that, I had almost gotten to the end of the thread. Look at that. Too bad my hair doesn't curl like that. It curls a little bit, but not like that. All right, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna read, and then I'm gonna try to get back to bed because I only got like 4 hours sleep last night, which is probably one of the reasons why I counted wrong. I had a hard time falling asleep. Like, jet lag is still like, I'm not like just tired, but like I get tired at weird times. So like last night I went out to meet them at a cafe down the street. Them meaning my husband and his family. And I sat down and I ordered some food, and then I was like, oh, I guess I have to go. I am gonna pass out. So anyway, well, welcome to my little frogging corner today. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on Reflections of Germany. Here is where I'm at with that. You can see my little book light. And out the way I'm holding my phone. I miss my my phone stand. So work on Reflections of Germany. I also have St. Michael Vanquishes Satan, which is that one right there. I'm doing an upper left-hand corner start on this one. And here is where I'm at. So good progress. I think I need to work on this one a little bit today. I've been working so much on Reflections of Germany. This one is something that I got off the internet. I got that picture off the internet. And it's like in the, what's the word I'm looking for? The Commons, I don't know, it's so old there's no copyright on it anymore. So and then I think it's Good Life Farm WV charted up for me. And then I also have the Fox by Cottage Garden Samplings, the Year in the Woods #1. And here's where I'm at. Tiny little start working on the ear on the plane because I was afraid that I was going to count wrong. So I'm going to stitch the fox and then just stitch all the snowflakes and, you know, everything else, because the fox is the central piece. So I'll just stitch everything else once I get the fox done. But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed, read, go to bed. Then I'll get up and do a little stitching and I'll come back with an update. Well, hello everybody. I am back home. The update you saw just now was actually filmed about 2 weeks ago. So didn't do a video last week because I didn't have like any time to myself. So I'll give Germany, I'll tell you about Germany at the end of this, but so the first week everybody was just getting ready for the wedding, and it was kind of chaotic off-site, but the Airbnb we were at, it was me, my husband, my sister-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, and aunt-in-law in this house, this townhome. It had enough beds for all of us, but it was just very close quarters, and we were there for 2 weeks. And okay, if you're engaged and you're watching this, before you get married, take a 2-week trip somewhere. Stay in the same house with your future in-laws. It will be incredibly revealing. I learned so many things about my husband on this trip that I had no idea. Now, it has to be 2 weeks. Can't be 10 days. 10 days isn't long enough. There's something that happens between like 12 and 14 days where everybody is just like, I've had enough of being around you. I've had enough of being in the same house as you, like, and you get to see what people are like under pressure. So that's my advice. There weren't like, you know, it wasn't like too bad. And I just realized that there is a wasp nest outside this window. So one of the things I need to do today is get the hose and, oh my goodness. But anyway, it wasn't too bad conflict wise. But there were definitely some harsh words that were spoken by other people, not me. Which I'm like, I'm very grateful for that it wasn't me. So yeah, it's incredibly revealing, and like there are different like mannerisms and like my husband, when I startle him awake, he reacts in a certain way, like he's startled, like I bring him out of a deep sleep, you know. I accidentally did the same thing to his sister, and she reacted the exact same way. And I was like, oh, so this is a family trait. Okay, got it. It wasn't like, you know, through things or, you know, it was just like, yeah, I don't even know how to explain it, but they wake up rather startled, but they don't remember it, which is the funny thing. So but no, like I got along with everybody rather well. I don't think even my husband and I really had any sharp words spoken between us. So yeah, it was was a good trip. But anyway, so yeah, that's just my advice. Take a 2-week trip somewhere away from your home state. And, you know, you'll see, you know, habits and stuff. And, you know, you can decide, is this something that I can put up with for the rest of my life? You know, is my relationship, her relationship with my future in-laws strong enough to get through a 2-week trip? Like, so anyway, I'm rambling. Those, what, 4.5, almost 5 minutes of rambling. Sorry. So, so anyway, so that second week, barely had any time to myself. Actually barely had any time in the Airbnb. So I didn't get to sit outside too much and do much stitching. The Wi-Fi signal was really weak. Well, it was strong when you were on the main floor. It was okay on the second floor, but the third floor, forget it. There was no Wi-Fi up there. So my dog is she's just looking up at me because I promised her a walk after lunch. So she's like, is it lunch yet? Is it lunch yet? The pizza's in the oven. It's almost lunch. Okay, let me film this. And then we can go. Or then we can eat and then we can go. Okay, you wanna come up? All right, there she is. Come say hello. This is my baby. She looks mistreated, I know, but she's the princess. All right, so I have not done anything on ink circles or the fox since my last update. And I didn't touch May Cottage at all. Excuse you, what are you doing? Where? There you go. So I've been working on St. Michael. And here is where I'm at with him. He has 1,044 stitches in him right now. I am working on the upper left-hand corner up here. So I believe that his hand is in this, and I think, where did I think his hand was? I think it's right here. Right in here, I think. I could be wrong. But anyway, so really excited that I'm getting some good progress on that. And when I was doing goals for WIPGO, my goal for that one was 1,000 stitches. So, I mean, now I've told you that I changed my goals to where I just touch the piece. So I've met my goal on St. Michael. And I've met my previous goal of 1,000 stitches on him. I think I'll still stitch him because he is so much fun to stitch. But she's looking out the window. So yeah, so I think I'll keep stitching him, but I really, really, really need to get out and praise the Pollinators by Blue Flower. As you guys know, this one is my Achilles heel project. I just have the toughest time with this one. But I'm determined to finish it because I think it's beautiful. And on the fabric that I chose, it's gonna be so springy and fun. And I can put it out in the spring and we can just like enjoy it. But I have to finish it. So, her little eyes are peeping up over there. Guys, I miss this dog so much. I missed her so much. She stayed with my parents while I was gone. My husband is still in Germany. He stayed for a third week just to spend some more time with his brother. He's kind of like, I'm already over here. I might as well stay longer. When he, initially booked the ticket. And so So he decided to stay. At the time, I'm not currently working. At the time I was working and I only had 2 weeks vacation. So, I was like, well, I can only be gone the 2 weeks. So, when I stopped working, you know, we were kind of thinking, well, I could stay, but then I was like, no, I'm gonna be so homesick, and the dog, and you know, so I was just like, you know, and then choir and orchestra is starting on June 1st, and I need to get music out, and I was just like, I've got to come home. 2 weeks is more than long enough. So anyway, so I need to get to work on this. So here is where I'm at. I don't know how many stitches I have, because I'm using the paper chart for this. Oh, what is this? She had to investigate. I'm just folding it up, and the dog is like practically on my lap because she missed. Sorry, you guys are getting the worst of my puppy talk. But anyway, here's where I'm at. I'm gonna come up, finish this bee, and work on the other bee, and then do whatever I need to finish filling in the beehive. And yeah, I think I'm gonna be working pretty solidly on this one over the next, let's see, today is May 21st. So we only have 10 days till the end of the month. So I'm going to do most of my work, or spend most of my time on this one. I've been thinking about June, and I'm not really going to reveal my June plans right now. She's stepping all over my stuff. Oh, lady, get off. I know. She just decides I gotta walk on. If it's in my way, I don't step over it, I step on it. Hello. Anyway, oh my goodness. Guys, I am like, my brain is just not, it's just not here right now. I'm not jet lagged, but like, I have a migraine that's been simmering all week. And it's like kind of starting to peek through a little bit from time to time. And so, so my brain has just been kind of like jumbled with that. Yeah, so I'm going to work on and praise the pollinators for a bit, and I will get back to you with an update. Y'all, I was just cleaning up my mess, and I realized that my Halloween quilt, I didn't fill in the little orange part in the middle there. But I'm kind of thinking that I want to leave it open. I don't know. And I'm like, I still have the pattern because I haven't been out anywhere. I need to get packages sent this. So Bonnie, this is coming. You'll probably get it by the time this posts. But I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like it without the orange. Partly because this is not my favorite orange. I think I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it. Well, is there anything else that I forgot? Goodness gracious. No, I got all the oranges on the border filled in. It's just that middle one. Okay, well, I'm considering this done anyway, so. Okay, back to it. Guys, I'm filming this on my iPad. I think I'm gonna have to start and praise the pollinators over. So I'm sitting here stitching it, and I can't flip. Okay, ignore my messy. I don't know if you can see it. Oh shoot, I got some of the pattern in there. Whoopsies. Hold on. Sorry. So just take it off the thing. So I'm stitching this, and I decided to start on the beehive. Well, I did that orange, the orange bee, and I realized, oh, he's offset from the blue one. So I was like, that's fine. You know what? It kind of suggests a little bit of movement, but that's fine. I'll just do it like that. And then once I started doing the beehive, I started from the bottom right hand corner of the beehive, stitched up and around, and went over the top and got on the side of the blue bee. And that's when I realized, where I'm supposed to be stitching the outline of the beehive is right where the petal of that flower is. So I tore that all out. And I was like, I'll just restitch it. Well, now I'm down here and I'm doing 2 over 2, right? Well, I just realized that my stitches don't line up with the flower, because periodically I'll check and I'll be like, where is everything kind of sitting? And it's 1 stitch too low. So it's like, Alexa, stop. She's trying to tell me what the weather was. So there are just too many mistakes in here. Like the flower with the bees, I'm gonna have to rip that out because it's off center. Something went wrong with these other flowers, and I'm just at the point where I'm done. I'm done with this one. I still want to stitch it. Maybe I'll try a different fabric. Like, I don't know, but something this color though. Maybe I'll try Belfast linen, because I believe this is Edinburgh, and it's a little thinner than Belfast. I really like stitching on Belfast. So maybe I'll get a Belfast linen and see if I can replicate this color. But look at all that wasted time and thread and wasted piece of fabric, and it just, oh my goodness, it just bugs me. So I don't know what I hit. So I think we're gonna have to say goodbye to and praise the pollinators right now. I am going to I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna put in praise the pollinators away for a while, return the pattern to stash, and I guess just finish up this month with St. Michael and something else that I think I need to work on. So I am so annoyed. I'm so annoyed, but this is just not working. So sorry, this is really close. I don't mean for it to be really close, but my phone is currently exporting the video that will have been last week. That I posted it, but guys. But maybe a fresh start would be good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart it. There's no salvaging it. There are just way too many mistakes in it. So I'm sad because I mean, look at that color combination. It's so gorgeous. But it'd just be easier to restart it than to rip everything out and restitch it. So, okay. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go sit out on my porch and read once my dog finishes eating her dinner. So, I know you guys have been through this. I know. I'm just bummed, but whatever. All right, I'll be back when I have an update on something else. Hey guys, okay, so I have to film this super fast because I'm supposed to be on the road headed up to Denver right now. So I put away in Praise of Pollinators, just gonna let that one sit for a while. Yeah, and I'm gonna move on with I just realized I didn't put foundation on, so my face is super shiny. I was like, I know I'm missing something. So I'm gonna get out my seasonal Quaker because I've actually really been wanting to stitch this one. This is the 4 Quakers from Primrose Cottage. We have our spring Quaker. We have summer, autumn, and winter. And I'm gonna stitch these all on the same piece. This is, I'm gonna do a spring, summer, autumn, winter. So it's kind of like a circle, I guess. So I started spring. Oh, I'm doing this on 32 count Tyco Belfast linen by Pictures Plus. And this is my start. This is a spring start in the upper left-hand corner. And so, yeah, I haven't really done much on it. So I'm gonna work on this and then I will be back with an update. Hey guys, so it is the 25th of May and WIPCO numbers came out. I was not anticipating filming today, but one of the WIPCO's numbers, or one of the projects that was called for June, is my seasonal Quaker. So, I was working on it a little bit yesterday, and this is where I got to. So I'm gonna set this one aside. I finished up the little flower here and then start working up in here. So I'm going to put this one aside until June 1st, which is next Sunday. And then I'll be able to get quite a bit of progress on that. But it's funny because this is the one that I've been aching to get some progress on, and it got called for WIPCO. So I'm going to be able to devote an entire month to this. So excited for that. So in the meantime, my iPad's about to die, but I'm going to spin the wheel. Oh my goodness. Okay. 1%. Hold on. I gotta go get my charger. All right. So we're just gonna chat for a minute while my iPad charges. But, oh, I just woke up. It is Sunday before Memorial Day, May 25th. And it's really cloudy. It rained yesterday. So yeah, it's just kind of dark, kind of cozy, you know, still very warm. But yeah, so we don't have much in the way of Memorial Day plans. My brother came into town, which is amazing because I haven't seen him since before Thanksgiving, and he only lives in Albuquerque. So we spent some time with him yesterday, and we're gonna go back up and spend some more time with him. And I guess we're gonna have a big family dinner tomorrow. I don't know why my voice is so low and oh, okay. All right, let's try to raise it a little bit. All right. So let's spin the wheel. See what we can come up with. It's still only at 1%. Okay, hopefully it doesn't die on us. Okay, so here we go. Oh, okay. My April cottage of the month. Let me put you on hold and I'll be right back with that. Okay, so April cottage of the month is by Cottage Needleworks. And this is one of the ones I started for Flossmas. Haven't gotten very far. I think I start on these, I start up here on the top border. And let's pull it out and see how far I got, because I really don't remember. I'm stitching this on a 36 count Embroidery linen that I dyed myself. And here's where I am. Yeah, not too terrible, or not too great, I guess, of a start. But yeah, I'm stitching this 2/2. And yeah, it's I mean, it's not looking bad, but let's see how much work I can get into it this week. I'm also going to pull out St. Michael a couple more times as well. And I will be back with another update. Well, hello. Okay, I am back with my final update. So I was working on the April Cottage of the Month by Cottage Needleworks. That one right there. And here's where I got to so far. So today is Tuesday, the day I normally start and end my week with. So yeah, so I believe I finished that leaf and then all the flowers going that way. So decent amount. Oh, I didn't finish that flower. I still need to do the middle of that one. But I think that, well, you know what, we'll save that. Anyway, well, no, because I'll tell you what my plans are in next week's video, but I think I'm gonna try to finish this one this week. I don't know if it's possible. I think I'll get mostly finished if I'm not able to completely finish it. But yeah, I mean, it's not huge, you know, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try though. I want to have more finishes, so I'm gonna try, but I'm not gonna burn myself out on it. So while I was stitching the other day, this is what I used to stitch, is my this little lap stand. It has a little flat part that you kind of tuck under your leg, and you put your hoop in like so, and it just kind of like holds it there. I use this when I'm sitting in my recliner, and I wedge this between my leg and the arm of the recliner. This works well for me. This works well for me. I don't know that I've tried like other stands and they just don't like, the dog likes to sit in my lap, so I need something that's kind of out of the way. You know, I don't want to spend $1 million on a Lowry stand. My friend has one of those and it's really nice. But I also don't really have the room for a Lowry stand. But this works for me. When I'm somewhere that doesn't have like a armrest, like when I'm with my stitching group, or you know, stitching on a plane, or you know, in like a chair without arms, I'll put the little leg on this and use that. But this thing was like 20 bucks on Amazon. I got one for my parents' house up in Denver, so that I didn't have to move this back and forth. But it doesn't come with this black thing. It comes with this knob that's kind of like that one, and this knob works really well, except for the fact that this screw, let's see if I can get this out of here. But this screw is, well, okay, it's flat on the other end, like that one. And so it screws into here, and it's all just wood in there. Well, I've used it so much that it stripped the wood on the inside of this. So now the hole is too big for the screw. So this thing just spins on it. It'll tighten it, but it won't like tighten enough to squeeze the hoop. So I was like, okay, I have to figure out a way to fix this. So somebody had told me to get a screw that is flat on one end but pointed on the other, and that way it'll you know, just keep screwing into the wood and, you know, kind of start boring a new hole. Well, the problem is I went to Lowe's, and for the life of me, I cannot find one of those. I found double-ended pointy ones. I found double-ended flat ones, but no double-ended ones that's flat on one side, pointed on the other. So I stumbled across this knob, and it works, except for the fact that when it's flush against this part, when you go to unscrew it, the knob unscrews instead of the screw. So until I can get back up to Denver to grab my my other one, I'm just gonna switch out the screw and the knob, yeah, but I guess until I get that, it's like, look, yeah, see, here it comes. So I think I may, oh, now it's unscrewing that. Oh, so maybe I did get this screwed in tight enough. Maybe I fixed it. Maybe I don't need to do that. Because I tried to get the screw on the knob tight enough to where it wouldn't just like come unscrewed. But I didn't think I got it tight enough, but now it's doing it. So maybe not. Well, either way, I can always take the knob off and put it on the other side and start unscrewing it that way. So that will do until, and who knows, maybe if it does keep working, I'll just keep that knob on, because it's actually a lot easier to screw than this. So who knows? This was like, I don't know, $3, just a knob at Lowe's. So anyway, that's my saga with the stand. So then, you already saw where I ended the week with St. Michael, but just as a refresher, here's what I'm doing for that. And here's where I'm at. I'm at I did over 1,000 stitches this month. I'm gonna try to put a few more in the rest of the week. The month doesn't end until Saturday. So I'm gonna keep going with this stuff. You guys saw that I put in Praise the Pollinators away. It's time to say see you later for that one, for the time being. I'll restart it. I don't know when, probably sooner rather than later, honestly. But yeah, for now, it's in timeout. So, okay, so I think that is it for the week. Plans for June. Catherine Stitches is hosting a birthday sale. We are going to be stitching Birthday Cake, I believe it's called. I'll put a picture right here, by Carolyn Manning. And so the piece is full coverage, but looking at it, I don't like the chunks of white in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stitch it on this 32 count linen by Grace Notes Aqua Fresca. It's a little bit lighter than it's showing up on the camera. And I think the modeling is coming through a little bit more too. It's kind of overcast because it's been raining for a few days, which we're in Colorado. It like rarely rains multiple days in a row. Even during the summer lately, it hasn't really, it used to rain every afternoon, but it hasn't really done so the past several summers, except for the summer several years ago where it rained for 30 some odd days straight. It was, you would not have recognized Colorado. It was so lush and so green. Colorado is very arid. So the fields are typically kind of like a kind of light, kind of spring green-ish, or a really rich gold. They were so green. They were so green. On my way home from work, I would drive south, and I would pass Pikes Peak and head towards Cheyenne Mountain. And Cheyenne Mountain was so green, and the slopes coming down were so green that it actually reminded me of pictures of Hawaii that I'd seen. Like, I've never seen anything like it. I'm a native. I've never seen a summer like this before. So whatever weather pattern came through gave us a ton of rain. Creeks were constantly flooded. Like, it was insane. So anyway, it's overcast, so this is showing up darker. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do this. This is I don't know what size this is, but it's big enough. So I was going to do it on this 16th yard by Picture This Plus. It's a 32 count Belfast linen in the color Carnival. But I think it's a little too orangey for this pattern, for the color choices. Now the colors, I'm going to keep as much of the called for as I can, but I'm pulling from stash. I have got to start saving my pennies. And so I have a ton of floss that's just sitting in my little, I don't know, drawer things. So I have a ton of floss that's sitting there. So I'm just gonna start pulling from stash for that. Yeah, so, excuse me. All right. So, I think that's it for this video. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to tell you. I don't write stuff down, so I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, in the way of life updates, I'm no longer working at the moment. So I've been spending a lot of time doing admin work for the choir and orchestra that I work with, and we're building our music library. Well, no, that's not true. We have a huge music library, but it's all printed and it's all stored at the director's hangar. He has a little airplane up at the regional airport up in Denver. And so we need to get everything scanned in because the way that we distribute music is through email. So I've been working on, we have like hymnals and like hymnal type books, and there are a ton of those. And then, you know, there's a ton of printed music that he's had for years. I mean, there's one down there that I think he's had since maybe the 80s, maybe the 90s, I don't know. I'm not gonna go so far to say the 70s because I don't think he's old enough for that. So I've been working on that, and that is taking a long time just because it's kind of labor intensive. We found an app called Cam Scanner, which you scan the page and it like flattens it out, puts it in black and white. If they're handwritten notes, you can select the filter that takes those off. And like, you never know. it's incredible. It's incredible. So if you're scanning a large number of documents, look into Cam Scanner. And it's just an app you have on your phone. You point, click, and it does it. And then it uploads it to the cloud, and you can pull from there. I paid for the membership because of how much we'll need to do. Yeah, so yeah, so that's what I've been working on. Yeah, just trying to get back settled into routine after Germany. But anyway, thank you guys so much for your support. It really means a lot. I know I say this every time, but you know, it feels good to know that you guys you know, like the stuff that I'm showing you. So yes, if you liked what you saw today, please like this video, leave me a comment. Okay, so you know what, let's have a little chat before I end this. What are your thoughts on stitching from stash versus buying new stuff? Like, I know that like last year, a lot of Flosstubers were saying, I'm not buying anything new, I'm gonna stitch from stash. But like this year, like a lot of them are saying, oh, you know, I bought this new one and I bought this new one. And I don't think there's a wrong answer, like at all. But I don't know, do you guys ever feel guilty buying new stuff? Like, I have a ton of digital patterns, but most of them are full coverage. And to get those kitted up, the dollar amount for just buying something new is significantly less than it is for kitting up a full coverage pattern. Between the fabric and the floss and everything, like, I don't know. I don't care either way. I just kind of wondering, like, you know, is this a small number of people who really like actually care about it one way or the other, or, you know, or do you just not care either? Anyway, let me know what you think. I'm gonna end this video because I'm at the point where I'm just rambling, because again, I mean, I think there were a couple notes that I took that I don't have my iPad up here. I'm filming on my camera, so I can't access them, and I'm trying to rely on my memory, and my memory is unreliable at the moment. So anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell if you want to know when I post something. And I will see you next week. Mwah.